So this is a 150cc Ice Bear Trike, also Ice Bear Maddog. It's the model number is PST 150 19N. So I picked this up a couple weeks ago and had some modifications done to it. Some, I think, Boss brand speakers. It's like a cigarette lighter adapter up there, and a couple other little things, LED lights. You can see the control down there. So I'm going to do some changing around on this. Thought I'd do some different videos about this specific model. So I'll be posting more videos, but right now I kind of want to tear into the front end underneath the battery box area. I'm going to clean up some of the wiring, change some stuff around. Right now it's just all based off of the battery. I kind of want to. Alright, so I went ahead and removed the screws from the battery box. We got a couple on this side, a couple around here on this other side, and then two down in front, kind of way down here. I don't know if you can show my camera or not. You can see the hole right there. One on each side there. So anyways, went ahead and removed those. Just real quick, it's pretty easy. There's Phillip head screws all the way around, and they've got, that little decorative cap on there too. Again, this right here is a control for the underlights. That's an aftermarket thing, but I'll probably leave that there for right now, but I'm definitely going to change some of the wiring inside. Let me pull that battery box cover off. Alright, so pull this battery box cover off. Again, screws out. And there is quite a bit of wiring behind this, as you can tell. Again, down here at the bottom, you can kind of see there's a, let me flip this around a little bit. There we go. So we got one tab here. Get the camera. We got two tabs, one on each side. Those are the bottom tabs that I was talking about. They're kind of hard to get to a little bit from that front side. And then 4 screws, and then a couple on the top. So again, we're going to set this off to the side and kind of focus on the wiring here and really just get into kind of the main components here. So this is our main wiring harness right here. You have their ignition plug kind of back here. This is what runs up to the ignition. Some of these other wires will run up to your brake controls, and lights, turn signals, all that functionality. So, but again, kind of want to clean up these bundles of wire, wiring in, so that way it's more direct. Move the speakers around and that kind of thing. So basically, that's what I'm going to kind of do right now, is just start unbolting things, unclipping things. This is all the wiring for the Bluetooth speakers. Got a volume control right here, 3.5 millimeter jack. I'm guessing that's probably to plug a phone in or something of that nature, but they're Bluetooth. I'll leave a description link or link for where these came off of. I think they were an Amazon purchase. Again, I didn't buy them, but I found out the link to them. An on-off switch, so pretty simple wiring. It's all kind of self-contained right here, which makes it kind of nice. But again, I'm gonna reroute this. I really didn't like this rocker switch in the middle of the battery box right here. Alright, so this is a cable that comes from this USB and cigarette lighter. Got an on-off switch. Probably going to get rid of this. I actually have I actually have a USB that I'm going to put right here. That's power from the battery. Has on-off. Really didn't care for that switch hole right here, so I'm going to turn that into a USB plug. So I'll probably get rid of this. I don't need to have this up. Right down, just in case you want to know, this happens to be an AGM battery. I'm not sure if that's standard nowadays or not, but it's 12 volt, 9 amp hour. Yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna put the battery back in here real quick. And I'm not gonna put the strap on quite yet because I'm not gonna drive it, but I'm gonna get rid of these wires right here too, speaker wires and whatnot. So give me a minute to get some tools, but again, got the this is the harness for the cigarette lighter and all that, so I'll set this off to the side. I might use this on another project somewhere else. All right, so this is pretty much what the stock, again, stock trike should look like. Pretty much stock scooters too, trike scooters. It's pretty much the same up in here. There's really no difference, obviously, except for the rear end. But basically, what we have here is this is our AC to DC converter. This is what takes the AC coil, changes it to DC inside of here. So it's decent to have a charging system on your scooter. Helps with accessories like I just took off. Down in here, looks like down in here, that's our Cdi box. That's kind of what is our ignition, sends spark signal and all that based off of pulses from the coil down below, magneto down below the pickup. Inside here, there's also, can't really see it, this is a little relay. Or not relay, but solenoid. This is kind of what sends the signal down to the starter. Yeah, it's kind of covered up by tape and whatnot. Somebody taped that up, which is probably a good idea to keep the terminals covered and whatnot. So yeah, this is pretty much it. There's not a whole lot to the wiring. I mean, there is a lot of wires, but it's pretty simple once you understand it. A lot of wires for the brake control, lights, and all that. A bunch of ancillary stuff. Obviously all that matters to make them street legal, but underneath, components wise, there's not a lot inside the battery box unless you start filling it up with a bunch of other extra wires and that kind of thing, which those will probably get full again. As you know, I like to customize things, and that's part of the fun. Part of the channel is how to whatever. Again, this is a how to start from scratch, I guess is probably the best way I'd call it. How to start from scratch, square one. Again, I am going to leave this wire right here for right now, but I will add it later on, and this just runs down into, that wire just runs down into this control, and the lights are stuck. I'm not going to pull those off yet. I kind of like them, again, color changing and whatnot. They just look kind of nice at night. So stay tuned for more. Thanks.